I'm completely out of focus. That's because my camera over there is set to manual focus and my little table right there, my production cart, is in focus. But this is my background and I shouldn't even be here, so that is why I have my camera set to manual focus. So let me just go stand back here. Professional filmmakers rarely use autofocus unless it actually has an advantage over doing it manually. At first, you might think that autofocus might always have the upper hand. That's because you need to train yourself to focus manually. It takes several months or even years to master, and once you master it, it is so much better than autofocus. Start with getting more familiar with your lens. Choose a subject and walk back and forward while trying to keep it in focus. You need to get a sense of how much you have to turn the focus ring for the distance that you walk. And at first you will walk slowly, and as you get more and more comfortable, you walk a little bit faster. Now, it's good to record that as well so that you can check your practice afterwards. Sometimes it seems like your subject was in focus, but actually it wasn't. Now, just like the histogram, there's also a tool to help you measure the focus. This one is called focus peaking. Now, not all cameras have that option though, but if yours does, it's that option that you need to look for and turn it on. Focus peaking. Now, this will display a bunch of dots or lines on your viewfinder. The marked areas are in focus, so that way you can easier see whether or not your subject is in focus, which isn't always so easy on a small viewfinder. A trained camera operator can even focus without looking through the viewfinder. When you turn the lens all the way to one side, they know exactly how much they have to turn it back to get their subject in focus. But that's for the masters, that's for the senseis of filmmaking, which I happen to be. So that's one aspect of focusing, trying to keep your subject in focus. But manual focus also comes for creative choices. For instance, you're taking your final shot and you want your video to have an ending. Now, what's often done is just pulling the focus back, making everything out of focus. And you can do this smoothly at the exact speed that you want. Changing the focus from one subject to another will also go much better. We're filming a subject and mid-shot, we're turning that focus wheel so that another subject comes in focus. This technique is also called focus pulling or rec focus. You know, in the film industry, a focus puller is a full-time job. You stand next to the camera guy while keeping the subject in focus, performing focus racks and whatnot. You are the focus puller. Now, oftentimes this can be done through a wireless system as well, where the focus puller can stand a little bit away from the camera operator. The focus puller then controls a motor which is attached to the lens. But that's for the future. For now, I want you to practice with focusing, and a helpful tool for that is actually one of these things. This is a focus chart. You can find this online and print it out. It allows you to better see if the plane is in focus or not. Such a focus chart is often used to hold next to the subject real quick so that the camera operator can see if the subject is in focus or not before they start filming. And you thought you only needed a camera. Filmmaking comes with thousands of different tools that you actually don't need, but you buy it anyways. All right, now go practice your focus, private. Step back and forward while trying to keep that focus chart or whatever in focus. Hit record on your camera too so that you can review it on your computer later on. And then I'll see you back in the next lesson.